And hello there, RJB here from RJB TV. Leebokgu against Burgersasu, game number 3, the final game. Both players have one single win, which means there's one more win up on the table for the taking. And is it going to be the Burger, or is it going to be the Leebokgu, the person you're looking at right now? You're the green Protoss, bottom middle of the map. Burgersasu on the Terran. Let's change the colors. Red Terran, blue Protoss. Burgersasu on the Terran. Master of the Random, and Leebokgu, Master of the Protoss. Or maybe it's even more accurate to say that they're both Super Grand Masters of their races on the fastest map. Super Grand Masters, like how they call people in chess. You've got Masters, and then you have the Super Grand Master, who stand all the way at the top above a certain ELO rating, which is points they accumulate during their lifetime, or which they lose. So Burgersasu here starts off with a... looks like to me, a factory build order. But you're going to start off with barracks supply there in the choke, and then get a gas at some point in the back, and then get factories here in the middle. Usually that's what they do, but he might have something else on his mind, because that barracks, he's okay, he's not going for a factory. He's going for double barracks. He did me a dirty one, he did me dirty, and he tricked me. And maybe that's the point. Maybe Leebokgu is expecting for Burgersasu to go for a factory build order, but it will in fact be a double barracks into something else. Not quite sure what he's got up his sleeve. This is something new. I've not seen him do this. Maybe I have. Maybe my memory is just really bad. But don't think I've seen Burgersasu or anyone else do this specifically. I feel like this is an attempt at trickery. We might see a refinery. We might see a command center. It's a command center. He's saving up too many minerals. It's going to be a command center coming in first there from Burgersasu. And then Gateway next is here from Leebokgu, who just lost his opportunity to try and push through this choke point because there's a wall with Marines defending it. He might try some other tricks though. He might try some other tricks to try and break through or do some damage. Maybe he's just gonna build up his economy and his technology and go for a technology-focused attack. He is very good at it. But as you can see, there's no way for Leebokgu to get in there. Marines protecting, don't even need a bunker. You just need a wall with some Marines behind it. Marines can walk through this here. They can walk right through these small little gaps. The Zealots cannot. So double gas there from Leebokgu, and then we have Command Center coming in there from Burgersasu. He's mining gas, but what's he going to do with the gas? He's going to go for stim. Factory. What's he going to do? Is he going to go for 3 command centers? Because I do see a lot of minerals building up in the bank. A lot of minerals building up in the bank. Okay, factory coming out. It might still be a factory build order, but Leebokgu here is fishing for cannons in the front to kill the supply depots, and Burgersasu cannot really defend himself against this because the cannons and the Zealots combined might be a little bit too strong for the Marines to fight into, but he's gonna try. He's gonna try with the help of 2 SCVs to block off and stop the Zealots from hitting the Marines. Very good move here from Burgersasu, but is he on time? Overextends a little bit with the SCVs, but the Marines are too great in number to kill at very first bit of the fight. With the oh, he's gonna win the fight anyway. Oh no, mate, he's gonna try to kill the cannons. Losing Marines, no Zealots on the scene, Marines going down. Will this one single cannon die or survive? It will die. That was a very good defense by Burgersasu with some very good control. There was not a whole lot of micro happening, but the micro he did do was exactly what he had to do. Wasn't much, but it was highly effective. So now we have a starport on the way here for Burgersasu and another barracks. Very interesting build order. I've not ever seen this build order before. Barracks with a choke wall, then a barracks and a command center on the back, and then a factory and a starport, and then more barracks and an engineering bay. This is very unusual, highly advanced, big brain stuff from Burgersasu, or so I hope. I hope this is very, very big brain. What is he gonna do? He's gonna go for rates, he's gonna go for a tank drop, he's got medics on the way, getting more barracks as well. So he's gonna go for the marine defense after all, because on a middle spawn, marine defense is simply the easiest thing to defend with. They're easy to produce, and they snipe shuttles really quickly and easily. Now the drop technology from Leebokgu has been delayed by quite a little bit, not too much, but just a little bit. Support base on the way, went for a Templars archive first to get Dark Templars on the map and try to break through that choke point, and that might just work because we have a turret on the way but it's not finished yet. But Leebokgu doesn't check. Leebokgu doesn't check. He had a chance to somewhat break in there, although he does have scan, so even though he does arrive before the turret, the scan will save the front. So the Dark Templars wind up doing absolutely nothing. They do prevent a scan from checking out what Leebokgu has in his main base. So the scan does force Burgersasu to play without knowledge at the moment. Drop there, finds a pretty good hole there on the bottom corner. Excuse me, I hit my mouse. Finds a pretty good hole in the bottom corner. There's a Dark Templar in there. Shuttle's gonna go down. This is a waste of a shuttle and Dark Templars. He really wanted to make something happen with the Dark Templars, but that was a classic case of waste. Completely wasted. And if there's a person you cannot waste time against, it is Burgersasu. Precious time cannot be wasted. We saw it in the previous game, where Burgersasu easily defended everything, and Burgersasu eventually ended up winning the game. In part because of a gamble by Leebokgu, but if you can't damage Burgersasu early on, it becomes very difficult to get in there and hit your storm drops, because he has reached a point of awareness where everything that enters his base is pretty much already on, what did I want to say? He notices. It doesn't slip by unnoticed. I wanted to say something, but I couldn't find the words. It was like, I want to say something, but I don't know what. Templars coming in, dodging the storm. Oh! That was a very good marine split. That was very good. Very good. That marine split was very impressive. Dodging one storm and splitting up in two directions, highly impressive. Anyway, so yeah, that second drop by Leebokgu again does no damage at all. Like literally no damage. Once again, going for the 6 barrack defense. 2 engineering base there in the sky, facility in the sky. He's got 4 engineering base, 2 for upgrades, 2 for vision. Getting turrets all over the place. His economy is growing. He's on 44 SCVs, he can 60 from Leebokgu. Leebokgu is once again going for more Dark Templars. He's got a lot of robots in the back, nothing in the front. About 6 gateways, 1 Stargate. This is just the usual progression for a drop-focused technology Protoss. A lot of gateways, but a lot of drops coming in quite consistently, but they do have to actually do damage. There's Marines in between, arrives on the scene, Marines coming in with the stim, shuttle unloading, Templar unloads, but Templar gets sniped. Risky business, but snipes the Templar before they can storm, and the SCVs do stay alive, and they lose no mining time. So Burgersasu really does look to be in peak condition. Also, I really like this. Since recently they leave space in between the supply depots, which allows them to walk through really easily. No blockades, no blocking, no obstructions, just walking through easily. The first person I saw do it was Brain, and now I see Burgersasu do it as well. I saw Gensei do it. I think more players are going to try to adopt this style of building their supply depots. It's really good in defending your base. It does cost you more space, but in the race to win the game, this little bit of space that doesn't block you might just make the big difference. So building cannons in the middle, protection from Dark Templars, drop there on the bottom corner. You're back at home, 6 more gateways have been built. Getting more cannons on this, pylons on the side. It's got pretty good drop protection, although 4 cannons, not a lot, but it's something, it's pretty good. Both sides, 4 cannons, getting a third nexus for more gas. Might get one more over here, drop now, leaving into the middle. Gonna go for the double drop attack, one from the front or the top side. He's looking for an angle. He's gonna have to kill this science facility because it can see him. But maybe that's the point. He flies in right over this very visible spot, right into the Marines that are stimming into the front, storming everywhere, but now a drop from the bottom side comes in as well. Burgersasu is not noticing this one. SCVs are running to safety. He lost a couple of them, but now running to the north because a Templar has arrived on the scene. Templar is too far away to storm any SCVs. He can't quite get them. He's juking left and right and dodges the storm just exactly on time, but one more storm comes down and hits a lot of them. It goes down from about 65 to 28. So in the end, the triple storm strategies are working out here for Leebokgu, and Burgersasu is bleeding for the first time in this game. For the first time in 2 games, he's bleeding a lot of money right out of his ass. Got hit really hard. Really hard. But he does have enough supply to recover. He's got a lot of supply, a lot of Marines, a lot of tanks, got a wall on the front. If he can avoid damage from 2 more drops, he should be able to recover to a healthy economy, a healthy game state, and make a comeback. So Burgersasu moved all of the SCVs from the gas onto the minerals. He's got a lot of SCVs on the minerals. He's got a couple SCVs spread about the base. Actually, just one SCV spread around the base. So pretty much every single SCV is on the minerals. That's pretty good. Pretty good. And he's already preparing to go for an attack. He's insane. Loses economy and prepares to go for the attack. Here comes a drop on the bottom side. Temple's loading. Temple's going to clear out the Marines first. Gets every single Marine except 2. More stimming in, but he knows there's another storm. SCV's there. Oh, drop from the front. Coming in. It might be a fake, might be a real. Storms, but misses the SCVs. He didn't have enough energy earlier. And one more Templar that storms on Marines. It's a pretty good drop. Kept Burgersasu busy for quite some time, but couldn't do the damage he had to do. But it cost him mining time, cost him Marines. I think the monetary damage he suffered from that drop was at least over 1,000 minerals. So that's still good. That's still pretty good. But was it good enough? Because as we can see, Burgersasu is already pushing into the middle with no upgrades on the tanks, but 1-1 is on the way. Somewhere on the armories on the top side, 1-1 on the way. Marines have level 1-2. They're pretty strong. The Zealots from Leebokgu are currently on 1-1-1. Getting armor level 2. Getting attack level 1 or 2 for air. Yeah, level 1 attack for air. Comes in with a frontal attack. Zealots are rushing right into that line of Marines. Templars coming down everywhere except on the Marines, but he's hitting the tanks, and tanks are pretty damn weak against storms. Takes just 2 to take them down. Storms the Marines on the top side, storms the Marines in the choke. The storms so far have been absolutely disgusting. Cleans out the entire army that was daring to trespass into the middle with a couple of storms, and makes quick work of that attempt to break free. But the prison break it's over. He gives up on the prison break. He's gonna build a new wall because he knows that it's not gonna work. It's time to make new plans as a drop comes in over the bottom right. Snipes every single one except the last shuttle, but there's no Templars in there. So luckily for Burgersasu, the Marines will clean that out. SCVs do stay alive. No economic damage sustained with that 9 barracks defense. It's a lot of barracks and a lot of upgrades, but it's working out. 1-2, almost 2-3. The Marines are strong, but not against storms, and he has a lot of Templars. And he might go for another frontal attack. He's building somewhat of a wall to keep the enemy out, but these illegal aliens are going to try to break through anyway. this is not really a wall. It's more like an outpost, I'd say. It's hardly anything at all. But the tanks are growing in number. 67 SCVs, getting more gas in the back, getting more factories as well. Frontal attack happening at the same time as I was talking. Zealots barging through, taking down the bunkers, but the Marines in the back, stimming forward. The storms are coming down everywhere. He's got tanks spread about, but there's 6, 7 Templars with like 10 storms in total. Everything is getting killed, but only the Templars in the end do survive. And the Marines stim forward and are going to clean out that breakthrough. But oh boy, that was a breakthrough. Look at the supply. Burgersasu has a 135, 172 for Leebokgu. Highly effective frontal attack. Very effective. Now he has to build an actual wall. That's why he pulls 4 SCVs to the front to build an actual wall. With some bunkers behind it and a turret as well. Actually, just 2 bunkers. He's got a vessel in the air, he doesn't need a turret anymore. You're gonna have to put a lot of Marines into bunkers, because if the Marines are not in bunkers, the storms are gonna absolutely destroy them with ease. Scans coming down. What did he see? What did Burgersasu see? What do your special eyes see? Dragoons and Templars moving for the attack. There's a wall though. And there's bunkers. Marines inside the bunkers. Drop on the bottom, trying to get in. Tank on the high ground to kill the cannons to stop the contain. Goes in with the drop, full attack there, not really having much success because of that wall. But this drop is arriving on the scene. SCVs running to safety, Templars are loading, Zealots are loading, Templars storming on everything except on the SCVs. Still a somewhat effective drop though. Look at him, he's not mining at the moment. Has to put them all back to work. Lost some Marines in the back as well. Although with 9, 11... 13 barracks, he can rebuild those Marines at lightning speed. At lightning speed. Very cost efficient, very cheap. So a lot of Marines in the back, stimming them into the fight, and they kill the drops quite easily. Leebokgu though, another attempt to break through that front door. He's maxing out pretty quick, while mixing up drops into his attacks from different angles to make sure Burgersasu is continuously focused on defending those minerals. But first, he's got to clean out the sides. This engineering base floating about, giving him vision against the drop. So first, let's kill those stupid, annoying floating structures. Let's take away the vision. Leave Burgersasu in the dark. Stop him. Oh, he finds the armories and he can shoot across the high ground to hit the armories. But without vision, he can no longer hit them. If he can kill them, that might slow down those almost finished, well, just finished upgrades. It might slow down the upgrades because he will have to build new armories. Another frontal attack. This time the wall is a little bit weaker. It's still a wall, but it's weaker than before. There's a drop coming in from the front, but he turns around. Marines stimming forward. Leebokgu not having much success anymore. This shows how important it is to actually have a wall in your choke. Without a wall, Dragoons and Zealots just walk through and hit the tanks in the back. With a wall, they first have to kind of try to find the way through. Dragoons cannot get through. Zealots can, but they can only get through one by one. Although, he lifts up the wall, he's maxed out. It's time to go, but is it a good time to go? A drop is coming from the top side, and that might just hit him at the exact time that he is too focused on pushing into the middle and sieging up. He scans the map, but let's focus on the drop there on the top. Comes in. He notices it, he sees it, starts unloading, Marines on the scene, SCVs running away to the west. To the east, excuse me. And the Templars, it's a lot of Templars, yet about 4 or 5 of them storms every single Marine to Kingdom Come, but the SCVs do stay alive. That's the most important part. Top corner there, slowly getting killed, pushing into the middle with those tanks. We have a proxy Stargate base there being building carriers, but they're still on the way. I think that Templar has still... I had to drink something. I had my glass in my hand for about 2 minutes already. Still a high Templar in there, but the shield is very weak. So I don't think that's going to break through. Going into the middle. Upgrades for Burgersasu at the moment are very, very good. 2-2 on the tanks. 3-3 on the Marines. Shuttle still there on the top. What do we have on those Zealots? We have 3-2-2. But he actually has about 20 gateways. This might actually be a game-ending push unless this one shuttle on the top here with the Templar inside managed to fly into the backside and hit those SCVs and stop the production. Let's keep our eye on this. He's pushing into the middle. It's a large army, a lot of Marines, a lot of tanks. It's almost impossible at this point to break this push. It's a very strong one. He needs a lot of storms to kill all the Marines and the tanks. Does he have enough time for that? He has Templars in the front. Zealots walk to the front there. Got a vessel in the air. No EMP. Templars ready to storm. That's a good storm. That's one. That's number two. A couple tanks do go down, but many of them stay alive. Carriers are coming, but they're still building interceptors. Leebokgu has forgotten about that one shuttle with a Templar inside. He forgot about it. He's so focused on defending, he completely forgot about that shuttle with the High Templar inside. The Marines are pushing forward heroically. Look at them just penetrating through all the way into the rally point section. The Reavers, though, ooh, the Marines don't stand a chance because the Reavers tanks rolling forward to take care of the Reavers, but the Reavers are too far away and they kill every single Marine that was pushing forward. Leebokgu might still have a chance to survive here, although the tank line is growing bigger and bigger and the storms are never ending. Another stream of SCVs and Marines arriving on the scene. Gonna build turrets, and turrets are amazing as interceptors. Do the interceptors have good upgrades though? They are on 2-2-2. They're behind on upgrades. The tanks are on 3-3, just finished up. Defensive matrix on 2 tanks. Only 4 carriers. Reaver crawls forward, gets killed before it can kill anything at all. The 2 tanks here did the job. Marines are pushing forward, SCVs on the scene, building whatever they can. Interceptors are all dead and gone. Marines with upgrades, they absolutely destroy and obliterate interceptors at lightning speed, and Leebokgu calls GG. It's Burgersasu's victory as he makes a comeback, losing the first game but then winning 2 games in a row. This was a very strong defense, but specifically this push was masterfully executed. This was a beautiful Marine tank push. The Marines are back in the meta. For like 4 years, it was all tanks, Goliaths, and Vultures, but Burgersasu is reintroducing the Marine back into the offensive late game strategy. And I'm liking it. I'm liking it. They're strong, not against Reavers or High Templars, but against Zealots and Dragoons and Carriers. They absolutely rock. So I'm glad to see them return. Didn't even make medics. It's just Marines. Anyway, thank you for watching. Burgersasu is victorious. And I do hope to see you return for the next video when I return soon, someday. It's a very hot week, so if it doesn't get too hot inside, I will be casting replays often. See you later, alligator.